In this video, I'm going to break down Sun Salutation A. It's sometimes called a vinyasa, but its technical term is Sun Salutation A. A lot of classes, we use this series of movements to link other poses together. But I'm going to break it down for you so you can feel nice and comfortable to jump into any class. So you start with your feet hip distance apart. A lot of times you may hear people say with your feet together, toes and heels touching. But personally, I think it works better if you practice with the structure of your body and kind of like a building. You start with the foundation, your feet hip width distance, straight underneath your hips. So that way you're nice and supported. So go ahead and maybe shift forward, feeling your toes, shift back, feeling those heels, shift side to side. You felt all the edges of your feet. Go ahead and draw all the edges of your feet down into the mat. You'll engage your muscles, your leg muscles, while you do this, but if you don't feel them engaged, go ahead and turn them on. And it may feel like you're pulling your kneecaps up. At the same time, you're going to pull your belly button in towards your spine. You're going to do this throughout many of our yoga poses. As you pull that belly button in, open your heart, draw your shoulder blades closer together, and then release them down your back. So shoulders away from your ears. Reach through the crown of your head. That's that tip top part of your head. Imagine a string pulling your head up towards the ceiling. And you're going to have your hands out to your sides. Go ahead and take whatever variation is comfortable for you. But I like to spread my fingers nice and wide. That also engages our arm muscles. And as you take a deep breath in, also drop your tailbone or tuck it in underneath you. So combine all those actions together. This is called mountain pose. Deep breath in. Go ahead and sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to take our arms out to the side, swan dive, folding forward. Go ahead and come to wherever you're comfortable. Hands don't have to touch the mat, but go ahead and see if you can bring your chest closer to your thighs, maybe forehead closer to your shins. And then inhale, lift halfway up. Hands come to your shins. This looks like this. As you press your palms into your shins, send your sit bones towards the back of the room behind you. Pull your belly button in and inhale, reach through the crown of your head. This ensures that your spine is nice and long and elongated. Exhale from this pose. You go ahead and bend your knees, plant your palms down on the mat, and then we'll step back to plank. Plank is basically what it sounds like. You're flat, plane with your body, reaching through the crown of your head forward and pressing through your heels behind you. Your whole body is engaged. Hands are planted right underneath your shoulders. Then we'll exhale. We'll drop the knees down to the mat, drop the tops of your feet down to the mat. Then rotate the insides of your arms forward so you can see the insides of your elbows. As you do that, we'll go ahead and exhale, lower down halfway, yogi push-up, chaturanga. So you're going to send your elbows straight behind you. So your elbows, your arms are nice and tight next to the sides of your body instead of like a regular push-up where they splay out. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, go ahead and pull your heart through, rising up, up dog. So here in up dog, my thighs are touching the mat. I'm going to show you another variation of chaturanga and up dog. So we're here in plank. You can inch forward on the tops of your toes. Rotate those insides of your arms forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, pull the heart through, rising up, up dog. This time the thighs are off the mat. Maybe for beginners, this is not where you want to start. Go ahead and take whatever variation is good for you. And then exhale, we're going to push our hips up towards the ceiling, tuck those toes in underneath us, and come into down dog. Also, it looks like this when you're on your knees. You've lowered down halfway yogi push-up. Up dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and press them up towards the ceiling. Maybe you take a couple of steps in with your feet. Feet are hip width distance. Hands are shoulder width distance. Now make sure you're spreading your fingers nice and wide right here. It's a little bit of a physics lesson. As you spread those fingers nice and wide, you're pressing through all areas of your hand. You're not resting on that tiny little wrist joint. You want to kind of focus in on pressing through the space between your thumb and your pointer finger. Press down throughout your hands, drawing your shoulder blades down your back, pressing your chest closer to your thighs, and lifting those hips up towards the ceiling. At the same time, those feet, remember, they're hip width distance. Maybe your first couple of down dogs throughout practice, your legs aren't straight. You can keep a little bend in them till your legs warm up. And most likely the heels are not touching the back of the mat. That's totally fine. If you're a seasoned practitioner or very flexible in your hamstrings, they may touch. If they don't worry about it. It'll come with practice. And just make sure you're shifting your weight, your energy in the direction of your heels. I like to take 3 to 5 breaths here. Inhale, go ahead and look in between your hands. We're gonna step our feet in between our hands, coming into that forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up, flat back. Exhale, return to that forward fold. And inhale, extend the arms out to the sides and rise all the way up to standing again. Exhale your hands at heart center. Sun Salutation A. See you back on the mat.